Imagine this scenario. You are a therapy, you're listening to your patient, help them to solve some guilt problem. And that's what she said. Yeah, I was arguing with my mom and, I ran over her with my car. When I read this example from the book, I don't even know what to think. I was thinking, if I'm the therapy, I will call the police immediately. And this therapy is the author. The author was shocked also and say, what do you mean? Then the girl explained now. I bring this family with 13 siblings. And, we're really crazy families. And every time I go home, me and my mom argue. One time I'm done with it. I leave the conversation, I leave the room, I hop on my car in the driveway. She chased me out. I can tell she still have some scream left over. So I shut the window, she spit the saliva all over my car, and all the neighbors looking. I was like, this is embarrassed. I put it on the driveway. However, my steering wheel, I didn't notice my steering wheel was not straight. It was turned. So when I backed up, I ran over my mom's foot with the car. I don't know how you guys feel. I feel kind of relieved. At least she didn't crush her mom on purpose. But what happened after is get it going. So her mom kept telling around everybody in the family members, she do it on purpose. She done a mistake and she feel really guilty about it until she cannot even take it anymore. And the daughter's experience is not unique. A lot of people experience guilt. Yet she did a mistake. However, there's a lot of bad people utilize guilt to keep pushing our button to do stuff on their behalf, on their benefits. Without understanding how guilty works or how to solve the guilt, we will always be trapped by those manipulators. And let's dive into today's topic. How can we survive in the guilt trip world? So what's the kind of tactic that people make you feel guilty? Or what causes guilt in general? There's mainly two. First is you harm other people. For example, you hit someone by accident. Or even harm other people, even include you break other people's expectation. I hear so many stories in the college that lots of people have a good grade or even go to college in the first place. It's not because they have a dream, they want to help human nature. It's actually because they feel guilty. They don't want their parents to feel down. Especially some family expect their kids to be a doctor, a lawyer. If they break out the expectation, this kid will suffer in guilt forever. Second thing that causes people's guilt is we didn't live up our own standard. For example, when you have an unproductive day, your standard is you're motivated, hardworking person, but you didn't live up the standard, you will feel really guilty. But did you see a pattern with these two causes of guilt is there's always other people participated. They can give you feedback that you're not live up your standard. Or they can just simply tell you you didn't meet my expectation. And boom, you feel guilt immediately. How often is nowadays people feel guilt is people feel mild guilt 2 hours a day. Moderate guilt 5 hours a week. And they feel severe guilty 3.5 half hour a month. And this guilty feeling is not just make us feel bad, it also prevent us to feel happy. They make an experiment. After they make some college student feel guilty, they give them $50 to spend whatever they wanted to. Normal college student who didn't feel guilty will go to watch a movie or eat some food or go-kart. But the student who feel guilty, they actually will purchase some working or study materials. They almost cannot let themselves to enjoy. And that is how does people manipulate us into stuff. It's not because I make you hurt. It's also because without you make me happy or meet my expectation, you're unable to be happy even. And another part that guilt trip works so well is after people feel guilty, they will have a compensation for their own wrongdoing. And this is almost a self-punishment. That's how lots of toxic relationships unfold. They guilt trip you and make you compensate for it. So what happens is you will outrage to meet another party's need. You ditch all your own friends, you ditch all your time and hobby so you can surround another person who guilt trip you into this, which is not good. And there's lots of time that we are unable to compensate. For example, you have a bad day. You don't feel productive. You feel really guilty that you didn't do enough. So what happens is people in this stage will do lots of self-sabotage behavior. Lots of people will do drinking or smoking or some addiction behaviors. And let's look back to guilty in general. People who suffer from guilty will behave differently too. And that's the reason why manipulator always failed. For example, a boyfriend always wants some more quality time with his girlfriend, and he guilt trip her into it. So when this girl feels guilty, what they do instead spend more time to compensate. Sometimes it can turn out to be get away from it. That's why so many people work extra long hour, workaholic, just to avoid the family, to see the person they feel guilty for. And maybe another party is perfectly fine. They're not manipulated at all. It's just because this girl was so busy and forget about the boyfriend's birthday. She feel guilty. So she feel there's a barrier between them. And she want to get away just because she feel more guilty. Maybe the boyfriend already ready to forgive her, but she cannot forgive herself, which is another form of guilt. In the end, what's the result of the toxic relationship, the manipulative relationship? A study showed that people who suffer from guilt, 1/3 of them will feel madness or resentment towards the people causes it. Lots of parents, they feel when they raise the kid, they didn't do something correct. So they feel really guilty. 1/3 of parents even were mad at them. And that's how lots of parents, every time you have a conversation with them, the first sentence they say is, "Look what you do to me. You make me so upset. I am a good mother, but you make me feel guilty." The kid's done nothing to them. But it's just because normally guilty will causes lots of resentment and madness. That's what they experience. And because they don't know what's happening, so they start blaming on their own kids. And it makes lots of relationships unable to repair. That's all for today's video. I really hope this video helped you, because I think guilty is really normal that you 100% see other people experience or other people speak on guilt trip manner. And please share this video to them and make them understand how dangerous this is. And I hope you like my video. My name is Paul. I see you next time. Thank you.